Hello, and welcome to Love, Light, and Healing with Colette Lopane Capella. I'm Colette Lopane Capella, licensed mental health counselor and founder and director of New Day Vitality. I am so excited to bring this show to our viewers and to be able to continue to do it, but in a different format. We're all online, all virtual, all up to date. And today we have my son, my baby, in the background. So if you hear a little chaos, it's mom life. I'm so excited to have my special guests on today, Ashley and Dan, who are licensed clinical social workers of the Hudson Group. He wants to go in the other room. I'm going to open the door. And they're going to share a little bit about themselves and about their practice, as well as the Westchester Therapy Directory, which is their new online search engine. So can you guys introduce yourselves? And I'm going to open a door at the same time.
Hello, viewers. My name is Ashley Fallows, and I'm a therapist, and we've been in practice for about 10 to 13 years about. We've been in Westchester County, and it has been really fantastic. We have a practice with a team of clinicians, and we are starting a new adventure also and trying to make a very local directory so that people can find the right match for, clients can find the right match to find a therapist that works best for them. And then over here at home, I'm mom to 7-year-old twins, and that's been a really fun journey. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Did we say that we're married too?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did I share that? I should have shared that from the
We
beginning.
are
They're
married.
married. They're a couple. Yeah, sorry, I got a little sidetracked with the baby in the background. They're married and they're a couple. So
That's
awesome.
okay.
It's my baby daddy.
Yeah. We have a practice, as Ashley said, in Scarsdale, and mostly virtual. Most of our clinicians are virtual right now. And we really see full range of people, from children to adulthood and couples, and so we have clinicians who specialize in a lot of different areas, which is nice.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So talking about this, and this is actually like one of my questions for you guys anyway. I love this question, but like, how did you guys meet? How did you click? How are you both therapists? Like, I've met couples before that own group practices, but it's pretty rare. It's not like the norm. And I think it's so awesome. And I'd love to hear your story. I want to hear from you guys.
Well, we met at so it's actually a funny story. Our first jobs out of grad school were at New York Presbyterian in the city. And Ashley was there, I think, a year before. And the same woman passed our resumes along to the hiring manager by a different connection. So it was weird because we both never even met this woman, and she passed our resumes to
Like the director.
the director of social work.
Oh, that's funny.
When we first found that out, it was just like, well, that's weird. And then,
Dan was one of 2 male social workers in a department of, 150 or whatever it was. And the other gentleman was much older. So he was really the only eligible bachelor. And a lot of the social workers were looking to, maybe lock down a doctor or something. But anyway, we had been working together for a while, but hadn't met because we worked in different departments. And then we met, and kind of the rest was history.
Yeah, it was,
Love this.
hate to be cliche, but it was like a love at first sight type of,
I love that
type of thing. And the rest is history.
so awesome. I love that. And how do you guys meet with the baby right now? How do you balance like your personal life and your professional life as therapists? Like, I feel like it's sort of like a juggling act. I feel like I'm always kind of juggling and kind of finding a new norm all the time because it's always changing. But I would love to hear from you guys, your advice. How do you do it? Like, how do you juggle it? How does it work?
Well, I think that we really, I feel so fortunate to be in this profession because it allows us the flexibility to do what we need to do and prioritize our family. We transitioned from working in an agency to private practice when our children were born. And during that time, it kind of set us up in this like strange, like half on, half off. So we both work part-time, and then we both are part-time as like lead parent at home. And I think that it really works nicely because we both know what our work at home and in the office or professionally entail. And so there's a lot of empathy and teamwork involved. And I feel like it's a really equal partnership in both, our work and also our home life.
I love that.
So, yeah, so we really do balance it. So it's, one day I'll be working and she'll be home with the kids. And then the next day she'll be seeing clients and I'll be home with the kids. So we kind of really, I think balance is huge. And then two, knowing when, like we could just tell or just know when, if Ash is doing sessions, at home online and just, it's been a long day and needs a break, we make sure to give that to each other, to make sure that, we really keep it separate.
Yeah.
in
And
life.
you tune into what one another needs.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds
Most
like
of
the
the time.
perfect
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Perfect partner, perfect coworker, perfect founder, perfect. So how do you support each other in your personal professional development? How does that work?
I think, well, we have a built-in supervisor, so we always will, we do keep, we won't talk about names, or we still keep that privacy, but we'll talk about cases to each other. And it's just nice if we're feeling stuck or just, need some guidance, or even just someone to just, lean on if we had a stressful day. It's somebody that's built in. So it's really nice. And I think too, like our styles are so different. So there's things that, like, to me, I'd be like, oh, why don't you try this? And then vice versa, or like, I wouldn't think of something that's how she does it.
We
So
have very different perspectives.
very different. Yeah.
Well done.
So I think that's, again, just,
It's helpful.
it's helpful.
Yeah, I love that. And what are like some of the benefits and some of the challenges of being married to a therapist? I mean, I think of my husband, everybody's always like, oh, he must be so kind and so compassionate and so talkative and an extrovert. And I'm like, nope, not at all. He is an introvert and he's super quiet and doesn't like to be around people. And I'm always the conversation starter. And so I always wonder, like, what it must be like. I mean, I know that you guys have different therapeutic approaches and styles, but like, what are the benefits? And then what are some of the challenges of being married to a therapist?
Well, I think the benefit is we kind of already touched on, and just like being able to really understand what our work is. I think, like, I talk to a lot of clients, and like, you sometimes a working partner will come home and the person who's receiving them at home is like, doesn't understand what they've been through in that day. And I think it's a real benefit to know kind of what the ins and outs are. And then as far as challenges go, I think, well, I can't speak for anyone other than this person right here, but even though he is a therapist, I would still categorize him as, I don't know, I guess typically masculine or whatever, in terms of, I sometimes still have to wiggle my way in there to be like, talk to me about what is happening, So, even though he is a therapist and fantastic at what he does, I think, he's still, we still have to kind of work to, and like I guess, a more like heteronormative style to just try to get some of those feelings out sometimes.
And then I think it's the opposite of that too, where sometimes it's like, tell me more. And I'm like, there's really not more to talk about. And it's like, this is it. I don't, there's nothing else to talk about. And then maybe, that therapist wants to bring more out and stuff. And I'm just like, there's nothing.
That's all I got.
That's all I got for you. So I think that sometimes is the challenges. And any other challenges? No, I think, just, it is, like she was saying, like we really do know like what, for the most part, what somebody's day like, what their day is like, what they're doing. So I think that really just helps us, you know, be more empathetic towards each other when we're, you know, switching gears to parenting. and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, a lot of my really good friends are therapists, and you know, one of them, Dana.
Mhm.
So it's really nice. Like I can feel it and get it, but I don't, because she's not my partner, but you know, she's one of my really good friends. But it's really nice because it's like when you come home and you want to talk about something, you don't use names or anything, but like my husband doesn't get it, you
Yeah.
know, and it's like, but I'll call Dana and she gets it. And it's so
Yeah.
nice to be able to relate and like just there's no explanation. She just understands.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
amazing. Like this is how my day was. As
Yeah.
the baby takes an entire ice cream truck and like goes around me in circles. He's going back into his playroom. So what have you learned from each other professionally and then personally?
Hmm. I would say professionally, I think sometimes, what do we always say? Like Ashley's very strong at you know, telling, I guess, clients sometimes the hard truths, or can be a little tough, right? Would you say? No,
She's
in a way.
real. She keeps it real.
Which sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I could have said that, or I wish I could have done it. So I think that is something that, you know, I take from her and you know, hope to be able to you know, grow in that way.
Yeah.
I,
That's awesome.
no, I think in terms of like our styles, I think I'm a little bit more psychoanalytic, or and Dan can be a lot more structured and like solution focused. And so, you know, I think it's when I talk with Dan about a case sometimes, or I'm looking for some of his insight, there is a playfulness and like a concrete tool that I might not have thought about in trying to like really move the needle with a client. That can be really helpful.
So helpful. Totally. So we're getting close to the end, but I really, really want you guys to talk about the Westchester Therapy Directory and like share it with the viewers. We need it. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome and so beneficial for so many in the community, but I want it from your mouths. What is it all about? Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so this has been a passion project for a while, and because of, you know, our work and personal stuff, it keeps being delayed, but we're excited that it's finally up and running, and it's going to be officially launched within, I'd say, a month or two. You can go online and find it at westchestertherapy.com. The idea came from, we have this strong belief that, you know, the connection between the therapist and the client is one of the most important things that sets up the success for the treatment.
Totally.
So we wanted a way to find those better matches for it. It shouldn't be so hard for a client to find someone that they connect with, that
I agree.
can help them with exactly what they want. And also too, as therapists, we do get a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, and a lot of them may not be in our specialty, and we may not be able to kind of you know, see everybody. And then the you know, and as being like helping professionals, we always want to refer people. So we're spending a lot of time trying to
Yes.
find referrals for other people. So we just really wanted to make a better way to find a match, and for people to really not just find a therapist, but to find their therapist.
I love this. This
Yeah.
is so, I mean, as a fellow therapist, like we need this so bad.
Yeah.
So I am so stoked to hear about this.
Yeah.
Can you guys share with the viewers how they can get in touch with you guys? How do they find you, and all the good stuff?
Well, our practice website is HudsonTherapyGroup.com, And there we, talk about our services and our style and the type of practice we have. And they could always pick up the phone and even call. We have somebody, our practice manager, Linda, who's amazing, above and beyond, who could help. And even if we can't, as I was saying before, if we can't help, we could try to find somebody for you to get help. And then our directory is westchestertherapy.com. It's easy to remember. And right now we have a bunch of therapists on there right now, but we hope to, have it really be a resource for the community.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are such bright souls. I can feel it like literally through the video. I am so excited we got to meet, even with my wild child in the background. God knows what's happening back there. Seriously,
Yes,
thank
at
you
least-
guys.
Yeah, at least he's fully clothed.
He's fully clothed. He's fully
Okay, so
clothed. That's
that's
awesome.
good.
That's a step. Thank you guys so much for being
Thank
a
you
part
so
of
Thank
much.
it.
Next time
you.
in real life.
It was really awesome. I look forward to connecting more. Until next time, love and light.
Have a
Okay.
wonderful day.
Yeah,
Bye, my friends. Thank
Bye.
you.
okay.